On September 28th, 2025, my wife Autumn and I attended a Storm Matchmaker live event at Triad Lanes in Greensboro, North Carolina. We were able to test out several different balls, and here's what they look like for us. Autumn has been struggling a little bit recently with comfort, both with her knee and at this demo with fit a little bit. So that impacted her ability to settle in and evaluate several of these bowling balls. The Equinox was around the pocket for her, but she couldn't get it through the pins the way she wanted to. And so while we really wanted this one to be a good matchup for her, we decided to move on to other options. The RST Hyperdrive Pearl looked better, and she had several good shots with it, but it still wasn't quite the look she was hoping to find out of a ball like this for her bag. The Gremlin, on the other hand, wound up being a little bit too rounded for her and a little slow getting back to the pocket. So this one, between the two of the Hyperdrive and the Gremlin, she preferred the RST Hyperdrive. Moving on to the 900 Global Ember. This is the first ball she started to get comfortable with, and it had a better look for her. We came in actually looking for a ball to replace the Optimum Idol Pearl in her house shot bag, and while they're not exactly the same, there's probably enough overlap here that it could replace that ball for her if she wanted. Moving on to the Hyroad 40, this was probably Autumn's favorite piece of the day. It was really clean getting down the lane, was strong enough to get back to the pocket and really carry through the pins the way she was looking to have it do. Overall, this was a really nice piece and one we have on the list to possibly buy down the road. Moving on to the Cove, Autumn couldn't really find it with this piece. We were thinking maybe it would replace the Sublime Focus in her bag, but ultimately she got out of this one pretty quick because she didn't like the look. Next up was the Ion Pro Salad, and this one had a pretty decent look for her. I think a lot of the cleaner balls with good movement down lane actually just matched up well the way she was throwing it today. So those are the pieces that we kind of liked the look of overall. Not necessarily what we went in this trying to find, but good information to have nonetheless. The 900 Global Origin EX was the next ball up, and this had a decent look, all things considered. Ultimately, it wasn't exactly what she was looking for. Again, we were out there kind of looking for replacements for her Sublime Focus, her Optimum Idol Pearl, and that sort of thing. The Origin EX, at best is probably going to replace that Sublime Focus in her bag, and this look wasn't great enough to displace that one. And then Autumn just gave a look to a couple balls she had thrown at another demo event back in March. The IQAI was up first, and it looked okay. Just not exactly what she was hoping for, and ultimately I think the Hyroad 40 between the two matched up better for her. Last up was the RST Hyperdrive, and Autumn had thrown this one as well back in March, and I think it looked better for her then, but we'd rather go with something like an Ion Max in this slot if that's what we were looking for. On to me, I started out with the RST Hyperdrive Pearl. I really liked the look of this one once I got settled in. Not something I expected to love because the original Hyperdrive I have, and it's okay, but it's certainly not displaced like the Ion Max out of my bag. So I kind of thought, I might not care for this one as well. But it actually looked really nice. Pretty clean down the lane, fairly responsive, and it gave me kind of a shape that I don't always have. Next up for me was the Cove, and I liked it okay, but it was slower off the spot than I expected it to be. So ultimately, it was a ball that I gave up on after not a whole lot of time. moved on to the Gremlin next, and comparing it to the RST Hyperdrive Pearl, I felt like it was a little more rounded and a little more forward of a ball. Honestly, this is a look I really enjoyed and might be something I'd consider, especially after going back and reviewing the video. Next up was the ball that I was most excited to throw, which was the Equinox Solid. I've had a great history with the Ion Max, and I'd say that this ball is relatively close to that. The marketing says it's slightly down from it, and I can see it. It's fairly close though, so if you've got the Ion Max and it's a fairly small league bag or something like that, I probably wouldn't carry both. Next up was the Hyroad 40, and while I haven't matched up great with the Road Series balls in the past, I think this one looked better mainly because it shares the cover of the original Equinox, the A1S cover, and I like that cover quite a bit. Overall though, I just kind of felt okay about this one. Next up was the 900 Global Ember, and the first 4 shots here, I'm actually throwing the 14-pound version because the 15-pound version was in use and I really wanted to check this one out. And honestly, it had me questioning whether I should be throwing 15 or not. It looked so good. The Ember was definitely one of my favorites on the day, and something I've got on my list to look at for the future. And that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one.